Warning, warning. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. My name is Paul, Net Control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Alrighty, enough said. This is my name, as I said, my name's hurry if things fall down on my desk. Welcome to the Mount Juliet Simplex Net. If there's any emergency traffic, break in at any time for that. For information on this net, you can watch us right now on YouTube. Kind of watch us. It's a loose term. On YouTube and type in K4PEW, and you'll see you'll see my radio, and you'll get to hear. You have an antenna, you can hear the side that you may not be hearing on the other side. If that makes any sense. I'm not sure it does. To our website, 146415, 146415, just like the frequency. No, very similar. Misses the decimal. That's where the decimal is, 146415.net. And see some information on Simplex there. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Also, you can go to our groups.io site, which is groups.io. You can just search for MJSS, which stands for Society. Come up with it under their search block, MJSS. So easiest way to find it. So you're writing down the web address. Or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net. But same thing, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. And we've done that for the last 600, which is about 6.5 years. We're in our 7th year. We're doing real good. Thanks to everybody who gets on the net, and thanks to the people who I was too, I'll just say, out of sorts, or in the hospital. So anyway, or I'm on vacation. Anyway, let's see where. Oh yeah, we normally 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. We conduct the net on 146.415. Purpose of the net is to have fun. Most people who are interested in Simplex will keep track of who they can't hear and can hear. Although if you can hear them, you don't have to worry too much. But work towards getting improved antennas, etc., or whatever it is they need. We invite everyone to use the net to announce amateur radio events and activities, which I have the really big announcements of the upcoming Ham Fest. There are, I'm sure, others in other locales, but I'm not aware of them. A big one to come. Let's see, that's April, May, June. It's only 3 months, 90 days away, so save up your money. You got 90 days. Save, it's a little over 90 days. For the Ham Quest, sponsored by the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club, and that's at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. Up on the map. July 31st, of course, it starts first thing in the morning, and that's a Saturday. And I say first thing, you want to be there 7:30, which is the big monster of the Midway, where all the big, since this is the first year after the pandemic mess, that it'll be open, and that's on August 21st and 22nd. And 22nd, and of course, that's in Huntsville, Alabama. I don't know if there's any other Huntsvilles, but this one's in Alabama. Have any other announcements or additions or deletions? Well, I guess that settles that. I don't move on to, okay, well, it's net number 680. Of course, first time check-in would be new, so I'm being redundant there. First time check-ins is going to come after the people short on time. Please come up.
KM4YRF.
Very good, Michael. Hope you're going with something good.
Well, I'm on my way home right at the moment, but I will be home for the 10-meter net.
Very good. Very good. That's Michael. He's mobile. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Whereabouts are you mobile?
I'm on the Parkway.
Great signal. Okay, so you're here in Mount Juliet. Which park are we talking about? Belinda? Yeah, I don't know. There's so many parkways here. I didn't know which one you meant. All right, very good. That was Michael. Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot Mobile. Who's next? Anybody else short on time? All righty. Any first time check-ins? Please don't be shy. I can't sit here for 20 minutes. Any first time check-ins? All righty. Any first time listeners who don't have a radio that can transmit? I'm kidding, of course. All right, then we'll move right on to starting from the south. We just want your call, your name, and your location, please. Please come in.
KF4, KF2. Delta, November, David in Reedyville.
All right, hold on, David. You had one right on top of you there. That was Tony, Kilo Foxtrot, Quebec. Good to have you there, Tony.
Hey, howdy. What's happening?
I don't know. That's why I get on the air so people can tell me.
Well, we got bad news about our doggy, Red the Wonder Dog. He has a heart problem, so, he's just like,
Well, then you put him on the list for heart transplants, I'm sure.
No, but we did discover there is such a specialist for dogs, a dog cardiologist.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Ophthalmologist. I'm pretty sure they probably got liver specialists too.
They've got a left paw third toenail specialist.
Oh, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Well, is it about, oh gosh, almost 50 years ago? No, not that long. Almost 50 years ago. He said it really isn't an animal business. It's a people. They're the ones with the money.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, tonight's net could be brought to you by the Greater Smyrna Toxic Waste Society. And they leave us with the words of wisdom that no snowflake ever falls in the wrong place. KF4, KFQ.
Very good, Tony. Yeah, you're becoming a technical analyst for toxic waste in your neighborhood. Very good. That was Tony, KFQ in Smyrna. I heard David, KI4 Indian. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, Mr. Paul. I know that part of the family too, but I appreciate what you're doing and doing fine on this end. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing just day and it's one of those days. I waited all afternoon for a technician to show up for something on our security system here to protect this huge estate we have here. They never showed up.
Hey, listen, I've used my security system like that to watch the birds and the bees and the foxes and skunks and all the little critters here. It's so wonderful watching them.
Oh, yeah, no, it's vicinity.
Whiskey 4, Papa, Oscar, Papa.
Whiskey 4, Papa, Oscar, Papa. Give me your street number, no, name and in town, please.
B48 1447 is my Navy serial number. And I've been working with the very illustrious satellite man, Mr. Jordan. Hiatus this week. We still have it going, but I'm trying to buy. I'm doing like the government. I'm trying to buy my way out of the situation. The new ICOM 9700 from was a main trade MTC and Texas. That's my story. I guess I'll stick to it for a while. I don't have no heat, no air. The air conditioning thing went out there and called the man. He said my was gone, and he's my age, 74, and he can't climb in attics anymore. I gotta get one of these high price guys. So work my way through that tomorrow.
Oh boy, yeah, working on radios is expensive as working on air conditioners. God, John, I recognize your call, but I couldn't remember what your name was, so I'm sorry about that. And you're on Harding Place. Now, Harding Place, where is that in relationship downtown? Because I'm not real familiar with downtown.
Downtown, the exit off the interstate, Crowdesdale exit. And as my daughter just told me a few minutes ago, who lives in Clarksville, she said, Dad, you got to move over the street, the Cracker Barrel, which is a quarter mile down from us. They had a Esperanto guy hotel, and they had about 20 police cars there and all this kind of stuff. No, it's not. I can't. I don't have things like that. But anyhow, I live. If you know where the Grieve Hall area is, what used to and Danby and all those streets stuff. But I live about a quarter mile where Troutdale.
Yeah, I think that's that would be considered like southwest Nashville. Is that correct?
I guess. I don't know. Man, I go ahead and get lost. And you know, my deal now, if I do something bad and wrong, I can always say I got the old.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, they say the mind is the first thing to go, and the mind is the first thing to go.
Say what? I don't know. But let me tell you what it is. Let's see here. It's 73 degrees outside, and in my room, my rodeo room, right, the fan's working, but no windows open. It's 86 degrees inside of this room.
Oh yeah, quite a bit today, and it got on. This is the first day afternoon. I actually turned on the air conditioner. My wife came home and said, "Hey, it's really warm in here." I said, "Yeah, I know. I'll turn."
I wish we could do such. But he's telling me, get this now, guys. He says the system, a 2.5-ton system, you can buy it for $3,000 thereabouts. And he or labor, but he doesn't have any help anymore. And he can't climb up in the attic. So he said, now try to charge you instead of $5,000, they're going to try to charge you $7,000 and $8,000. There's a lot of fat in there.
Yeah, they're all. I was in that business, but not residentially. I was in it in the commercial industrial area, and that's when you get into the really big money. I mean, $5,000 jobs weren't in our wheelhouse, as they say. Anyway, I hope that works out for you, John. That was Whiskey for Papa Oscar in the Grieve Hall area, which I think is southwest Nashville. I'm pretty sure, or maybe just south Nashville. Anyway, good to have you in there, John. Conditioning thing, because you don't want to go into the summer without that. I wish I had some recommendations for you. If I haven't done any work air conditioning. Maybe somebody else knows a decent air conditioning company they can recommend to. Is your email good on QRZ? I hate to we can't give recommendations. Is your email good on QRZ?
It is. I'm good in the book.
All right, very good. What's your comment without mentioning an air conditioning company?
My wife works for a good one in Nashville.
Well, look up Whiskey for Papa Oscar Papa.
Hang on just a second. Let me write that down because you said it too fast. GA3CTP.
All right, very good. You trying to check in, Brian, or are you?
What's the name of the company? Call.
Papa Oscar Papa. Pop. Whiskey for Pop.
Got it. Thank you.
We'll go from there. Appreciate that. Yeah, we shouldn't be mentioning names on the air. They say that's a bad practice. Unless it was my company. That turned out that Richard KI4 wife works for a responsible air conditioning contractor in Nashville. Anyway, who else is, where was I? South, please.
4 LLC, Logan on 109.
Ah, Logan's Mobile, I take it?
Copy.
Okay.
Yep, put the whip on the truck. Oh, we had a little tiny stubby one, so we changed out the antenna.
Whereabouts?
Turn it on level.
Yeah, because you're almost full scale to me.
Yep, this one I think it's
Cool. And which whip did you put on? Which antenna did you put on the car? Is it a big one?
quart. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 inches long, something like that.
Oh, just a little one. Wow, you're really coming in good. Diamond, I don't have the number in front of me, but I have one. It's the Diamond. It's 96 inches tall for 2 meter only for a mobile antenna.
Okay, it's about 14 inch, so I was pretty.
Yeah, it's still a fairly low antenna. It sounds like a half wave or maybe a 5/8 wave. Well, very good, Logan. Glad you could jump in there. Basis. He's on 109. That's the November 4 Lima Charlie. Who else is
W4 EBS, the Yankee Victor.
hold on there, Larry. It was right on top of you here. Are you doing all right, Eddie?
Yeah, doing very well. Have a very nice day. Got a few things done. And thanks for no traffic. W4 EBS.
Was Eddie here at Mount Jewel? Well, in Gladeville, excuse me. I didn't want to insult Gladeville by having him over here. That's Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray. I heard Larry, Yankee Lima Victor. How you doing, Larry?
I'm doing good. It's Saturday breakfast.
Saturday isn't breakfast. I forgot to mention it. Saturday morning, 8 a.m. or whenever you feel like showing up. Because if you don't show up, we're going to be voting on whether we're going to have just partial breakfast. That's the big vote. No, yep, it'll be Saturday morning, 8 o'clock or so.
All right, man. Hope to be there. KE4FY.
Yeah, there was Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is
4 Alpha Zulu. Tim in Murfreesboro.
Hey Tim, how you doing?
Doing all right, Paul. Itself.
Yes. Awake every day.
Well, that's good. About being on the top shelf now, it's a long way down if you fall off.
So I try to lay low.
All right, man. I thought I'd jump in here before I had to disconnect everything again. So, storm's coming in again tonight. So I'll probably be disconnected for another week. You know what I mean? Disconnect them and I don't. Anyway, have a good one, my friend. Hope everybody on the net does. KR4AEC clear.
Yeah, very good. You'd be up full scale, you know that.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I got to get me some more coax.
Yeah, it's expensive as some of the antennas.
Yeah, this one anyway. What it?
Oh yeah, no question about it. Well, it's good. It's good, and it's going to last a long time. So I'm not. Coax is going to last longer than the antenna. Well, maybe not. Anyway, that's Murfreesboro. Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. Well, south.
Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar.
I think I heard. Was that you? I heard whiskey. It's going good. Donnie, hold on one second. There, but I heard you and him simultaneously. I thought that was your voice. I heard. How you doing?
Things are going well. And no complaints. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, if I were you, I'd complain. And you got some medical stuff.
Yep, they postponed that, so I got to.
Ah, very good. Very good. Yeah, I'm just glad it isn't anything serious. At least I don't think it is.
Absolutely not. My doctor said they found heavy metals in my body, and they want to get rid of.
Yeah. Well, I told you, my doctor, I don't know if he's any good, but he said I didn't have enough lead in my blood.
Well, it's thievery is, don't you, where the lid blows to the bottom, you sit down and you can't get up.
It's very true. Apparently, for years.
Yeah, Paul, I do appreciate all you do for the net every week, and it checks in, and I enjoy it. This is Whiskey Victor 4 Delta back to the net.
Yeah, very good. Smyrna, or some say Smyrna, and that's Whiskey Victor 4 Delta. Donnie, how you doing?
Can't complain a bit. Yeah, working on it.
No, you'll be complaining after it rains tonight.
Oh, I know. Grass today because I know it has to mow it again 2 days after the rain.
I know. I did the same thing. I thought, no, I could lead me. I could have mowed. it's going to rain, I'm not going to mow.
Yeah, that's great. Well, good to hear you on the net tonight. Thanks for what you do. Thank you very much. Don't have anything in for the.
Very good. That was Donnie, and his call is Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar. He is Lake and just right off of Mount Juliet Road to the east of that. K4PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio. We'll come back. I'm warning. All righty, going over to the east then. Please come in.
Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India, James in Mount Juliet.
All right, James.
I like that.
Everything well with you and your family?
I guess it's well enough.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was telling my wife the other day, I said, it's really funny how if I look back on my childhood, to think about a family, you know, having a nice, I'm not talking about your family or mine in particular, I'm just saying that looking back on life, I can street I lived on, I'll say the people I knew best were probably about 15 different families, maybe more. Almost every had some kind of family issue that would normally be considered disturbing. Like I can count the ones who are alcoholics and abusive. I can count the ones who, you know what I'm saying? It's interesting because this was in the 50s, the golden age of life in the United States, but lots of problems with families. And so there is no perfect family. I wish mine were perfect, but I still have.
Childhood was pretty good.
What you said? What? It's pretty good.
Childhood was pretty good. Just had the problem.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Is we tend to, you know, look back on our lives. Oh, everything was so much better than. Well, it wasn't this. People have problems, and families have problems. And families have people who don't talk to one another. And families have people who ran. Anyway, I'm just glad you have a nice family here in Mount Juliet. That was James, Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel. It's Indian. I wrote it down. I wrote down the wrong letter. ZHI, Zulu Hotel India here in Mount Juliet.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know how I got that Delta in. Anyway, who else is east?
Yeah, for
All right, we got Richard and Stephanie in Hollywood. No, it's over in how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Cape Bus and got a nice small coax. I got to get about a 25-foot. Put it in line with a gadget I've got going on, but I'll explain that later.
Don't do it. No, I'm telling you, if you've been watching do you ever look at the display on the radio when I'm transmitting? On YouTube? Richard?
Yeah.
I said, do you ever look at the display on YouTube?
No.
Okay. Well, I had two pieces connected together, and the with a barrel connector, because I just one piece I had wasn't long enough to go to the antenna permanently. So, and if anybody remembers looking, my SWR would be 1.5 or 2. Sometimes it bounced around a little bit depending on conditions, I guess. Well, just the last week, I took out the barrel connector and put in one solid piece of on the display. It shows maybe one. That's what it is. It looks like one. So barrel connector.
No, this is not a barrel connector situation. It's a continuation of a line that into the back of another device.
Okay. Okay, I'll go with that.
Okay, it's I've got to come off a piece of ladder line to a piece of coax. He's got a G5 RV. He's running.
Oh, it wasn't for the two. Oh, it's a lot more critical in the higher frequencies.
This is HF stuff, and got the radio hooked up, and everything's percolating except for I'm gonna put new coax between change the ladder line in the tuner and see if that doesn't solve the issue.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Push that pole a little higher. If I assume you meant you need.
No, that's the next project, but I've got my HF rig installed now, and I'm just trying to fine tune it and get the bugs out of it before I utilize it.
Stephanie?
Oh, everything's good. Moving right along and percolating like a cup of coffee.
All righty, very good. That was Richard and his. That's KI4SIB and KI4SOR, and they're just a little bit west of Lebanon. Anybody else south? Hey, what's up with you? I haven't heard from you in a little while. I'm sorry, Wes?
Oh, yeah, things are good out here in the far, far east. Everything's going good.
Very good. I was looking at the CW, the CQ magazine's contest results for whenever that was, a month or 8 weeks ago. Man, there's some operators who are killer. You notice that?
I stay away from most contests, but 160 can be fun and VHF can be fun.
Yeah, no, I get you. No, I'm just saying it's a job, as a passion. They really go crazy. Anyway, I hope everything's going well with your school stuff.
Yeah. We're back in school. We still have to wear the useless mask, but hopefully that's good.
Well, for some people, it might be a blessing. Yeah, very good. No, I meant if you're covering up somebody's face, a favor when others wear their mask.
Got it. But anyway, things are going good here. Enjoying the day, except one station, the south, KE4TWI.
All right, very good. That's K4PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net, and that was E4TWI in near in an undisclosed location near Watertown. Who else is?
Whiskey 4, Mike, Uniform Foxtrot, and 11.
I think I heard Alan in Lebanon, but hold on, Jim. Yeah, Jimmy, go ahead.
Hey, Paul, how's it going? This is W4MUL.
Yeah, no, you're doing good.
Yeah, no complaints at all. Nothing to complain about at all. Sorry.
Now, have you ever noticed most relatively optimistic outlook?
Well, I try not to look too far ahead of time,
Yeah, that's the beauty of life. It's full of surprises. But good to have you on the air. Everything else going well with your antennas?
I think we're doing okay. Just my VHF antenna, the one I'm talking about now, has got a little bend in it, but
Oh, that diamond knockoff, you mean?
that's it. That's 80 miles 2-3 months ago. Put sort of a bend into it.
Wow. Have you tried to straighten it out?
I'm not sure if it can.
I guess. Well, mine knocked over twice. I had two of them get knocked over, and they busted the top. It's held up to all the winds. Even, I don't know. Yeah, it did. It held up to the 85 until it got knocked over. But anyway, it's in the pricing is the stability of the materials that Diamond puts into their stuff. Among others I'm sure they'll do the same.
Yeah, it could be knockoff, so you never know what they built. It could be bubblegum and baling wire.
Nah, they probably melt down people's teeth and make it out of that.
Oh.
I'm trying to malign the Chinese government. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, that was Jimmy. He's in here. Foxtrot. I think I heard. Was that you in there, Alan?
Baby.
Hope you're doing well.
Steadily improving.
You were doing something?
Well, I got a what is it? An X700. But 3 weeks before it gets put up.
Yeah, I know you don't have it up because if you had an X700, you'd be 50 or 60 over. But right now you're
eventually.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I remembered you having. I didn't have it up yet. Because it is, well, quite honestly, when you put up an antenna that big, you certainly want to have it properly secured.
Good God, dude.
Yeah, 24-foot long antenna, man. The thing, it's a monster. Oh yeah, yeah. I have a couple of videos up there of that thing in the wind. It looks like you're doing beach fishing on the Atlantic coast.
Well, I hope it holds up that way. I guess it'll be a good one. I can't wait to get it up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't wait to hear it. All right, remember Juliet Alpha Victor. Anybody else south or east?
Kilo Mike 4 Kilo Oscar.
Hold on, I heard the Kilo Mike 4 station. Was that NNY?
Affirmative.
I recognized your voice. That's why I knew it was you. I actually didn't. All I heard was the Kilo Mike 4 because it was a double in there. How you doing there, Bill?
Oh, you know, always is good.
Oh yeah, no, it's always good. Like how they feel by the weather outside. That's not a good way to be.
No, I couldn't keep up with the changes.
No, I couldn't either. No, it all has to be good, really. It's if it's cloudy, I like it. I may not want to go out in the sun and get all baked up, but you know, if it's still a nice day, they're all giving us. Every day is a good day for some.
It's all in how you look at it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I look at it as a positive thing. If I'm.
I wouldn't mind a couple more at least.
Oh yeah, Bill. He is in Murfreesboro. That's Kilo Mike 4, November Yankee with a good positive outlook. Who is that?
Yes, sir. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Yankee.
Yeah, very good. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. I got back home and I'm unloading some mulch. Got to check in.
Yeah, good old mulch. It's funny.
Yeah, I know. I should go for a good deal on it.
Mulch, that's for sure. I forget. Do you go by Al? No, it's Al Lewis. That's what it is. Sometimes I wish people would put that. Some people do. You know, in their QRZ page, they put what name the name shown in QRZ is not the one they like.
Yeah, I think I can edit the bio and put my preferred name.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know a lot of people do. I just some do not, and it I don't know. Just gets messed up there. That if you call them by the name that's printed there, they get upset because they don't like it.
Yeah. I don't really like. I don't prefer my first name, but yeah, it is a little confusing. I think sometimes. So I'll edit that tonight actually.
I know. My other tiny pet peeve. I don't know why it's important to me, because it really isn't important. And that's that when I look at, I'm just looking at where they're located or that kind of stuff. And I look on the detail page, it does, because you get an option to enter your, and sometimes it's not important to know, but it's just interesting to know because sometimes I can't tell. I've heard people that are older than younger than me just by the way that they talk. I've heard younger people that sound like middle-aged adults, and they're teen. I just wish they'd keep me straight by putting our birth year in there.
You know what? I might edit that too. Yeah, my birth year is 85. I'm about to be 36.
85, man. Let's see, 85. Yeah, you're the same age as my youngest boy because my oldest is 50.
Yeah, I actually listened on the YouTube page. I think I sound younger than I am.
Yeah, I don't know why I feel awkward listening to myself on the air because what you hear to your own ears when you're talking isn't the same as what you're listening to when somebody else is listening to you. So it kind of throws me for a loop here.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, I hear my own voice. And I'm like, I don't really care. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, no. For some reason, it just sounds. Case though, where somebody listened to one of my videos. I don't know which one it was, and I don't remember if he contacted me. Twin, and the reason was I went and listened to one of his videos. It was just something with his family out in Yosemite National Park or something, and it sounded like me talking, and so I understood what he meant. I don't know how or where he was, but he wasn't from the area I grew up in. So, but his almost identical.
Oh, that'd be a little freaky. Yeah, you actually have a pretty unique voice, especially in these parts.
I was in the Navy in Newport, Rhode Island. And I went overseas quite a bit, and then I moved to Florida for 37 years, where there's not much of an accent in Spanish, and there's 35% of the people in Tampa are Spanish. In fact, I married one of them then, but most of the people who are native Southerners who live in Florida, they're hard to find. They're hard to find in Miami, but there are some. But most of them live in the middle of the state, where I think they're trying to flee all the Yankees.
Yeah, that's one thing I have noticed in Florida. It is actually hard to pinpoint accents down there.
Well, yeah, that's. But if you go to Fort Lauderdale, you will hear some Boston people, and it's kind of annoying. Really.
I got you.
Anyway, that was Lewis. Is in. Let me think what it is. Oh yeah, he's in Mount Juliet. That's right. It's Kilo Oscar for Oscar Tango Yankee, and see that's the avoid. So it's you can always tell somebody either brand new ham or they just changed their call because they'll have less than 100 lookups. Their list K04OTY. Who else is south or east? Nobody else south or east? Hold on a second. I got you there that time there, Earl. It's KE4 Z. I almost had to go deep into the well to remember it, Earl. You doing all right?
Yeah, just a little bit R&R after the chainsaw event today. But everything's good and hope everything's open. And moving right along, KE4DZ.
Yeah, very good. I heard you say something about cleaning up a chainsaw.
Yeah, I was gonna sharpen the blade, but the chain on it, but I noticed one things broke on the chain, so I didn't want it to, be throttle and the chain totally break, so I just went and got a new one and cleaned it all up, made sure the automatic oiler was working and things this, that, and other, and put it back together.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it worked out for you. Is it a big one? Big chainsaw?
Nah, it's a small one. Well, it's a 14-inch bar with a 16-inch chain, if that makes any sense. But yeah, once you measure it and everything, it's about like a 40 cc deal. It ain't no humongous thing.
Yeah, there's one at the house here. They come in handy though for instead of using a regular handsaw, that's for sure. Or if you're silly enough to use a skill saw.
Yeah, I thought about getting one of those battery operated sawzalls and everything like that to do some, but I had them tweezers. Well, they're not really tweezers, some great big long handled had some of them, and anyway, it's all good.
Oh yeah, no, expensive, but they're nice.
Things is just about I don't know, either 50 more than what they were this time last
year. You said what now was higher than last year?
The cost of things has gone up for. I mean, talk about they was last year. Some of it, some places I've noticed that they didn't have it out on the floor or anything. They were just putting it up. Now I guess it's a definition of see how the buy low and sell.
Yeah, well, hopefully that'll settle out. Hopefully, I expect things are going to go up anyway. I really do. Getting in trouble with China, and they're going to stop importing stuff, or we're going to stop buying it. One of the two, and it'll drive up the costs elsewhere for other products. Anyway, that's Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Who else is south or east?
KJ4 TMR. KJ.
Hey, very good, Ray. How you doing?
Trying to get over putting them hooves together on that thing. All of it.
Oh, very good. Working good? Well for you. Our rotors aren't that bad, are they? I mean, getting it in the rotor myself.
Oh no, these are the hooves. These are the hooves on the 4-wheel drive.
That's right. I got you. Never done that either.
There you go. One up goes to me all day long. I mean that's how bad I am about working there.
Yeah. That's certainly that COVID and whatever else affected you was really put the hurting on the lungs.
Yeah, it don't mean you're pretty good. Anyway, let's get back there. Appreciate you doing this.
Ray, Kilo Romeo and his bride, Kilo Juliet 4, Hotel November Victor. I did get that one right, didn't I? Yep, HNV, that's correct. Very good, and that's Zoe. And they're both in Cottontown. Who else is north?
W9BOQ.
Like I heard it, somebody else was in there too, but Dennis, how you doing? We'll take you first, whoever the other person wants.
I put water in my barn today, and I can wash my hands. My hands are clean in my shack. So I have water, I can get drink. And then I wanna, does this happen to anybody else? Seems like the older I get, so during the day, and I don't realize it until I go to bed, or later in the day. Like this morning, I had to go in the house. I looked down, there's blood running down my leg, and I must have bumped into something. I don't even remember doing it. Anyway, back to that. W9BOQ.
I do the same thing, except it's bruises I add to the list. I looked down my arm, I said, how'd I do that?
It's crazy. I mean, I don't even remember doing it. I vacuumed. The only thing I can think of is I hit it on a chair when I was vacuuming, but it's crazy.
And I looked at my finger and said, how come I got a cut on my thumb with blood? I don't know. I don't even remember doing it. Anyway, I guess it's because you're doing too much. You got to have it. Did you put in a towel rack and a towel and everything in your new sink?
Well, I got a bar of soap from the house and a glove. I got a bunch of rags, so I cut out a rag for a washcloth that I made a hook for that, and I have an that is my hand drying towel. So, yep, I did it all.
Told you the next thing is urinal. They go public consumption,
We talked about that earlier. I don't need a urinal.
Well, yeah, no, I get it. Well, your shack is how far is it from the house?
House and my wife's art studio, then my recording studio, and then it is Simplexton, a bunch of small buildings.
So how does your wife like her new outfit?
Well, she loves it. She's starting to sell paintings too. I guess we can't advertise my wife's painting, but if anybody wants to see my wife's painting, you can email me at w9boq@arrl.net, and I'll give you the website. She's doing really well.
No, you could. You're not selling your stuff. If you got some, I think you could get that.
Okay, go to Deborah Wage. That's WAGE.com. Deborah RAH. DeborahWage.com.
Yeah, she's a very good. She's a good artist, and she has some nice stuff. I enjoyed seeing them.
Yep, she was a professional in the medical field, professor at Vanderbilt her whole life, and right at the she quit, and she started doing what she always wanted to do, and that was painting. So she's really, really. Anyway, I'm taking too much time. W9BOQ.
No, that's all right. Good enough, Dennis. That's great. Yeah, do go look at it. DeborahWage.com, right? Yeah, just take a look. She got some really nice artwork up there. She's a very talented woman. That was Dennis. Whiskey 9, Bravo Springs. Who else is north?
WB0NOO, Mark in Northwest Wilson.
So what's your art passion, Mark?
3CTP. Well, I went to Deborah's page after Dennis said something, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. Boy, she's got some talent, serious talent. I liked her stuff.
Oh, I did too. It was really very nice. I'm a critic, and I'm not into modern art. And when I see stuff when people do have talent to express themselves, I'm impressed.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed looking at it. So anyway, I'm just working myself to death over here about 2 hours a day.
Oh, see, that's far too much. I try to keep it under an hour a day. You don't want to hurt yourself.
Yeah. You talk about bleeding and not where it goes. That's an everyday. I always have blood running down my leg from something.
Yeah, I know. It comes up enough where I look and I go, I don't remember how I got those marks. How did I get these cuts or these sores or these bruises? It's got bruised more easily than I used to. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, maybe we just truly don't remember.
It was that and silly, but I don't think it is. When you're, and you know how big I am. I'm about 6'3", and I weigh about 275 pounds. So I take up on the average Joe. So I end up bumping into things that other people don't bump into, for whatever reason, in tight spaces or whatever. I end up with more bruises and bumps than lots of people.
Well, I'm about 230, and I crash into everything too. So I don't think you can blame it on your size. But anyway, that.
Yeah, very good. That was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. I tell everybody I'm light on my. Brian, I heard you in there. Kilo Echo 3 Charlie Tango Papa.
Okay, K3CTP. Well, been on so much that I finally got the basement on the Nets on. Although, and you guys are doing right.
You had some serious noise coming on your signal's lower than usual. Are you doing something different?
No, I'm running full power and I'm going into it without making any noise. Always something.
Yeah, I know. Is anybody else here running signal out of what do you call it there, Hendersonville?
I don't hear anything on it. He's so noisy on me, Paul.
See, is noisy to you there, Richard?
He's big, extremely.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know, Mark. I don't know. Maybe sounds like a welder or something. That's what it sounds like. That kind of a buzz.
Static here. KK4 UTS, Carl, Glayville, static here.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, I'm hearing something. Anyway, how you doing, Brian?
Hey, I'm checking in. Put me on the tick list, and I'm good. I'm out. Well, I do have another problem. It has nothing to do with the radio. I got something in the area that gives me a kind of a clicking sound. And there's like click.
Yeah, I got you. No, your signal was still a little bit of buzzing in there, like a really strong static, but not sure what's going on there. Well, very good. That was Bill, and his call is Kilo Echo 3 Charlie Tango Papa. I heard Carl in there. Carl, I got you in there. KK4 UTS. Well, he was mobile. I'm not sure. That was Kilo 4. Uniform Tango Sierra Carl, and he's in Gladeville. Who else is north? Yeah, north.
No, okay. Romeo Victor, come back.
Hey, Romeo Victor Quebec. Hold on one second. I heard Frank in there first.
Hey, good evening, Paul and everyone.
Yeah, very good. How you doing?
Doing good. Doing good. I did not hear the noise. He's, 30 over and real good to me.
Interesting, because I know that normally if I hear it, well, let me back up. If nobody else hears it, and I do, I realize it's probably me. In this case, there was a couple that did hear it, and there was a couple that didn't. So I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, I've had weird, crazy things happen like that where everybody else is good and you were like extremely noisy and like didn't make any sense because you trained and nobody else was hearing it. So things weird things happen.
Yeah, well, there are occasions. The guy that I think you probably heard me mention, he's a professional welder. He has a shop here at the home, and he's also got a shop in Mount Juliet, on Dirt Road, I think it is. And so there's occasions, but he doesn't do a whole lot at night at home. So I'm pretty sure it's not him.
Situations where certain people from a certain direction, the signal mixes with another signal coming off of one out here, and you would get like pagers and weird stuff coming over the top of their signal.
Yeah, because I know I could hear it on Brian very clearly, but it's just funny because Brian's almost, well, no, you're not right in line. You're a little bit west of me. You're off to the side of my signal between him and him and me.
Yeah, but Hendersonville is really close to me. It's just the other side of the lake here.
Yeah, who knows? Could be that stinking weather service up there.
Yeah, the radar. Yeah, but I could see that from our subdivision, so I don't know.
Yeah, very good. I don't think it is the radar. We did have occasions in when I lived in Tampa, because the air base, the MacDill Air Force Base, there were occasions. I know on one repeater we could hear it. It was on the 70 centimeter repeater. You could hear it spinning around. You know that funny noise that radar makes.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, it's better than getting heated up like you were getting.
Yeah, that's right. That probably explains my Dane Bramage.
Yeah, no, we're laughing.
No, it isn't. For anybody who was not listening, when I was back in the Navy, way back in the dark ages, we had this Pathfinder radar that sat. One of my duty stations in combat was to stand up on top of the bridge with the weapons officer, and I'd often be up there alone because he'd be off doing something else. And there was this radar. It looked like a bar. It's about a 36 or 40-inch bar that just rotates, horizontally, just spins around. And you've probably seen them on cruise ships. You see them on top. A lot of cruise ships have. A lot of ships have. Anyway, so I looked it up recently. And anyway, when I was doing that, then I said, every time I'm up here, it seems like I get a headache. And they just said, it's all in your head. Well, it was, but they were thinking it was something. And then within about 10 feet or less of this radar spinning around. So I looked it up. 40 years later, I looked it up in the specifications. Damned if that thing isn't 10 kW radar is spinning around right in front of my head. Anyway, that explains a lot, I guess, to a lot of people. All right, that was the Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. I heard Brent in there, I believe, Kilo Echo 4, Romeo Victor, Quebec. How you doing there, Brent?
Doing great, Paul. I've been laughing. Brian sounded good over here. No hum or anything. And most guy time he said it, I hit my shin and I'm over here like the stigmata.
That's true. Well, I'm blaming the bigness.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. Hey, look at that. Two Wednesdays in a row, finally. How's things going with you?
Oh, I think they're going reasonably well. Haven't got any big, I'm continuing to be independently poor, and all's well.
There you go. Hey, when you were messing that radar,
I think Raytheon was one of the bigger contractors for that product. Yes.
Oh yeah. Yep. You probably.
Well, I think I think it just wasn't, it was either just enough power to keep me from being overcooked. I don't know what.
You know, that's how they found the microwave oven. Some guy had a candy bar in his pocket, and it melted. How to make a radar oven.
Yeah, I know. It's as I think back on it. I had another experience. He said we were very close proximity to another ship at sea while we were transferring materials from one ship to the other as we moved along. And we were standing up against the metal bulkhead up on right in the bridge level, and I noticed a sensation on my back as I was leaning up against the hull, not the hull, but the superstructure. And said, "Do you feel?" I asked my buddy. I said, "Do you feel that?" What the heck that is? Because it wasn't consistent. And so I was looking at the ship next to us, and I'm looking at the radar, their surface radar going around, around and around. Every time it came around, I felt the buzz. I go, "Hey, man, we're getting that radiation from that." And that thing is like 50 kW. Now, it was about 150 feet away, but it's still 50 kW a radar spinning around. And we were in, at least partly its direction, and so we just went inside.
Yeah, it really makes you feel good 20 years down the road. I've always had a saying, if the war doesn't, the Army will.
I'm sure the paint fumes got me. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah, that did, wasn't it?
Just about. It seems that way anyway. We also use leaded paint, red leaded paint.
All our questions tonight.
That's right. I mean, I got it all. I told you I didn't. I diagnosed with not enough lead. All right, that was Brent. He is in Northwest Wilson. Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor Quebec. Who's next?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo Greg and Antioch.
Hey, Greg. Came in late there, did you?
I did. I just got in the last few minutes. You probably could have cooked the Cornish hen out there.
I'm telling you, I'm just very fortunate. Kind of funny that, they don't even tell you. Now I'm pretty sure they don't have people doing that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I have a 10-4. Probably would have helped them.
Well, there were occasions I wore a helmet, but it didn't protect my whole body and it didn't protect my face. It was just.
They would do it nowadays.
No, but it was funny because at the time, well, again, we've had protection issues. I say we, people in the military, they were familiar with the risks of RF in the atmosphere. And it doesn't matter, because that goes back to the beginning of the 20th century. And here we are that was in the 60s and 70s, and I'm pretty sure they were aware of the risk, but they just didn't pay any attention to the risks.
Yeah, or knew and just weren't letting on. Like I think Tesla let them on to a lot of stuff that it was kind of scary.
I'm not sure how they would have. I don't know what they would have done, one way or the other. Maybe I ought to make a claim against against the military for that. Say I got.
We'll vouch for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd get a bunch of cosigners. Well, very good. That was great.
Whiskey 1 Alpha Mike India.
Very good. I heard a double in there. I heard Whiskey 1 Alpha Mike India. Who was the other party?
Kilo Golf 4 Sierra.
All right, very good. Hold on, Charles. How you doing tonight? Well, Whiskey 1 Alpha Mike India. Go ahead.
Well, actually dug in a little bit on the YouTube page where you post the videos and saw your homemade. They were really, really funny and really good. And your lady there has a set of pipes on her, so good stuff, good content on there.
Up for a few years now. We've had some good remarks and some funny comments, and a couple of comments I had to remove.
Yeah, you always get some undesirable people. Just if you don't like it, move along. If you like it, give it good feedback. But
yeah, no, she's a very good singer, and she and I wrote all those. Well, I helped her with the lyrics because she was unfamiliar with ham language, etc. And so I helped write the lyrics, and she wrote the music and recorded the music with a friend of mine a few months ago.
The ham radio happened pretty hard. So, yep, just wanted to say that. Other than that, nothing really going on here in Hendersonville. I did hear everyone on this side had it pretty clear.
Yeah, I have no ask because I really don't have a clue. You're right though; it's something going on. That anyway, that's Adam. He is in Hendersonville, and here, yeah. And yeah, I appreciate the nice comments about the videos. We got into more arguments about how to make those videos. It was really quite funny. I knew then I learned two things about making those videos. One, to make a 3 or 4 minute video, when you take all the time of the music, the recordings, the editing, the filming, the hours for a 3 or 4 minute video. And so, and then hard it must be to put out a 90-minute movie. You know how that's why the list at the end of movies of all is like 800 people, and you understand why.
A lot of people make statements about folks who make their professional YouTube stars. They say, but if you really look at that, what you just said, it's a full-time job and then some.
Oh no, it was very difficult, and even now, and we've gone, we should have done that differently. But we got into some funny, what they call in the movie business, um, artistic differences. That's what we joked about it. We called them artistic differences because we'd argue about them.
It has artistic vision. There's going to be some head buzz, but good. Thanks for doing the net, and talk to you soon, Paul.
Yeah, very good. That's it. Hey, how you doing, Charles? You sound good tonight.
I'm pretty tired, pretty warm. Got the box fan. Got the antenna back up. It's lower. It's a work in progress. I'll get it back up. Put it up in the tree. I'm gonna fasten it to the tree about 70 feet.
Oh, you'll be killer at that height.
8 hours a day. Thanks for taking my second there.
Charles, that's Charles. He's in Joelton, Ashland City area. That's Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot. He's hoping to get his feet, and I'm sure you will be hearing stuff much more better than you were before in Kentucky and Alabama, maybe even west over to or somewhere. All right. Anyway, that was Charles. Who else is north or west?
Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey.
It's Victor Uniform. As I was writing it together, it messed my mind up. It's Victor Uniform which?
Whiskey, but yeah, V-U.
It's it's funny that they're together like that. That's a random call, right?
Yeah, that's what license back in '92.
No, it's a good call. It's just that for some reason they have a V, a U, and a W next. It somehow looks odd.
Well, everybody that was tested back then, they wanted a W, and none of them got it except me. And they all, of course, looked at me like, "What did you do to do that?" And nothing.
Well, it's a good. Don't get me wrong. It's a neat call. It's just that when you have it's so close in the alphabet together, and it's a Victor Uniform Whiskey. It's a tough call. It's KI4 KZX, a Z and an X right next to each other.
Well, here's you something to ponder here. If you're thinking about needing to do it, I don't know if you do it or not. Had gravel yesterday, about 200 feet. Take a wild stab at what it costs to do that. Yep, 200 feet down, then it turns to go into the carport, 50 past that down another 50 foot, so a total of about 200 feet.
Just gravel and nothing else? Oh, I'm going to take a wild stab at it. But I know, let's put it this way. The only reason I know it's fairly expensive is because I bought some stone in bags. And my wife says, "Hey, I think we ought to put all rock in this big garden area." I go, "Ain't no way it would have cost me a couple $100. So that thing had to be a couple of grand."
Yep. they did take a little bobcat and knock down the center of the driveway and took that and put in a little coming up to the carport. So they did a little driveway leveling and stuff. The gravel to bring it right up to a building, and I don't know, guy's gonna quote me tomorrow what it's gonna cost to put a garage door in the end of it. Father was aiming to put a garage door in it, and I think when he found out what a garage door was going to cost, cover that opening up there on the end, and he went down on the side and took him 2 4x8 pieces of plywood and made some doors that way. So anyway, that's what it was, $1,800 to get that. Now
That's good, as long as it won't be flushed out.
well, see, that's why I had them put down. I think they call it 3/4 something. You know, this looks like what the county would put. That's why I'm kind of waiting. I'm glad the rain's gonna come tonight. Just off of it, it'll help settle it some. But driveway hadn't been paved in a long. I mean, gravel's been a long. And I just broke down and said, "It's got to be done. Let's go and get it done." So anyhow, I'm glad I got that out of the way. Now I got a it's gonna cost. I want them to put a 10-foot wide door in. I think it'll be 8 foot or something tall. But that way I can pull that brand new F-150 I bought 2 weekends ago.
You want to get that inside, huh?
Big Super Crew.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I imagine a garage door in a. Is it going to be electric garage?
It depends, because I went to Lowe's and I looked at the doors that they had, and like a door down there was like $490. But the garage door openers, those things were about $500 a piece too. And I'm going like, yeah, depends on what if he'll stay down, maybe $1,500 to put it in and something like that, I might go ahead and tell him put the door on it, or I'm just gonna go ahead and just tell him just put the door on it. I can open and close it for right now, and as long as I can get that truck pulled in there, that I don't want it setting out. So there's been several instances a couple of weeks where there's possibility of hail, and I would pull it up on the patio here to get it over it. It would be set right out somewhere, it'd be a mess by a brand new truck and have the hail just wipe it out.
I've had hail damage on a car before. Well, very good. I hope that works out for you. I know that the garage door openers and garage doors are pretty expensive too. Anyway, I'm surprised the gravel. That was just a wild guess. But I know gravel's expensive. Anyway, that was Carlin, and Carlin's in Bethpage. Kilo Delta Ford Victory Uniform North.
KO4 HTO, Josh Gallatin.
Hey, Josh. You doing well?
How about yourself?
Oh, I could complain, but it would do absolutely no good.
This is true. Playing radios and playing with my antennas today and trying to figure out why $10 homemade the $200 piece of equipment I have in the yard.
Now you put up a vertical dipole. Is that what you mean?
Got it on right now is a vertical quarter wave dipole, just copper wire and some PVC is what I put it up. It's been up. It was the first antenna I ever built and ever used, and now I'm finding out that it works better than anything else I've bought.
Now that one, why don't you send that to me? That number on that tram, I think you said it was. And I wonder, is that adjustable?
I don't think it is. Everything's sealed in a fiberglass case, and I didn't see any type of adjustment or tuning or anything that could be done to it. But yet the tram one, if anybody's looking at buying it, I would not suggest it.
Yeah, if a homemade dipole made out of copper wire beats out, what was that?
I think the antenna was right around $100, $90, $100, something like that, and then all the stuff to put it up.
And it's about the same height.
I think my dipole is mounted to the top of my house, which is, I think it's higher.
It shouldn't make, but 2 or 3 feet shouldn't make that distinct of a difference. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, you have the same type of feet.
Actually, I don't. I have RG8 on the tram, and the antenna I'm on right now is RG50.
I don't know if that would make a difference at all. I don't remember what RG58 is, but RG8 is a pretty normal one. If you can, try it with the same feed line on both of them, see what the results are.
Oh, I imagine that the dipole would be even better if I had RG8 on it, but the dipole is closer to my radio, so I'm only running about 20, as opposed to my tram, which I'm running right at about 60 feet.
Well, that difference isn't going to make that much. 300 feet and 25 feet, I might say, yeah, there's some difference, but no, it shouldn't make that much of a difference. Let's put it this way.
Dud, or something is wrong, or it's just a bad antenna to begin with.
I think about sending it back.
Yeah, I don't know if they would take it back. I mean, it's been up there for several months, and I didn't realize because I didn't have much to compare it to.
Oh yeah, I know. And what people don't know is we did that little test earlier this evening with between the two ends. They know that your homemade dipole beat out the other antenna by a wide margin. I think it was S9 versus 30 or.
Yeah, I think you said it was right at 30 over. What's it showing now?
Do it again.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like I said, and kind of upset with myself and spent the money on it.
Well, I don't. Well, let me put it. I hate to be bad mouthing any manufacturer. I don't care who it is, even the ones I think are rotten. I just know that oftentimes, and more often than not, and I don't know what I'm saying, it's closer to 90% or 100% of the time, you get what you pay for. Comparable antenna prices, and then if you get over to, they're a lot less, and you go, well, they're less for a reason because they're not as good. It's really that simple to me.
At the time, and I think what I'm going to end up doing is, because this antenna that I built, this dipole, it was meant to be up there and it's still functioning. I think what I'm going to end up doing is just buying the parts, building me a nice antenna myself.
Well, I tell you, and the only difference would be there are some good designs of antennas on the web, so I'd say yeah, you could have a good shot of making.
Yeah, what would you suggest?
I don't know that I'm into suggesting. I ended up almost a $400 antenna, so I'm not the right guy to ask.
Well, as far as if you were going to build one.
Well, as I've seen made for, they have 4. I'm trying to remember. I made one time, and I never really got because I moved, and it was 4. I think it was. In other words, a stacked 4 5/8. Whereas if you took it like a vertical dipole like you built, and it had 2, I think they were 5/8 wave stacked on top, and 4 5/8 wave antennas stacked. And this one was, maybe it wasn't half. Might have been half wave antennas. Might have been. I don't remember now. It was 2 meters. And like I said, I never completely finished it, so I can't really speak knowledgeably. But you can find it on there. Just look for antennas. Homemade. Stacked, antennas, center fed stacked 5/8. Sure it was. I think they were half or 5/8.
Yeah, I'll jump online and check that out. But anyways, thanks for doing that.
Yeah, if I find it, I'll send it out to everybody because I know that I would love to see. I'd love to build that again, actually, because like I said, it was about 12 feet tall. I want to say it was 12 feet tall. It was pretty big. I mean, it was kind of unwieldy, and anyway, I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, Josh, it was Josh. That's what it is. K04HGO, and he is in Gallatin, right?
And if you you want to build that antenna, just come on up here and build it.
That's right. Yeah, very good. And it's Kilo Oscar for Hotel Golf Oscar. In this, I'll call it a business. In this hobby, you do get what you pay for. Usually. If it isn't, I mean, they may work. It's better to buy the best one you can, the very best one. That's probably the key there. All right. Anyway, who else is north? North or west?
King for Robert Johnson.
Hey, Robert. You doing all right?
Doing fine, staying up and enjoying hearing y'all talk. Looking forward to Mount Juliet. Pretty soon they open up the quarry to do some scuba diving.
The quarry. Which quarry is that?
They're near you.
I don't even know where that is.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. They have a few things sunk in there. It's good to get some experience in fresh dives, and then when vacation comes around, you're ready to go.
Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, I'm a little too old to be taking up snorkeling in my day, but never any scuba diving.
I don't think anyone could be too old. All you can do is sit and float.
You mean for snorkeling? I mean for scuba diving?
Yeah, just about all of it. I'm the laziest scuba diver because you're weightless. You know, I hear that a lot, but I think it's interesting because it's three-dimensional. You can ascend and descend and take any water call. It's like flying. Want to get somewhere, you just take the easiest route. So for a lazy person, it's the thing to do for a hobby.
Oh yeah, when we were snorkeling over when we would this one time, me and the guy, we got on this big long. We were on. I can't remember which island we were on. You know, there was a nice south. So we just stayed on the top and just floated along with our snorkel gear on, just floating. The current would carry us slow. It's beautiful. It was nice clear waters. It was really pretty, and we jumped down once. We'd stop once in a while and dive down to see. But anyway, we got to a certain point where came to a point actually that we needed to stop because we were way down the beach and we decided we'd go in, and then we looked up under the water while we were looking with our scuba gear. What had come between us was a whole school of Portuguese manta rays. Those jellyfish, Portuguese man o' wars, excuse me, I mean, there must have been 1,000 of them between us and the beach. And we go, oh boy! So we had to swim against the current. Man o' war jellyfish.
Yeah, that's a bummer. You might have a beautiful day, and then a normal day you wouldn't be talking about. So even though it was a misfortune, it's a great story. So thanks for all you do out here on the net, and good talking with y'all and hearing everybody today in Southwest Nashville and Bellevue. So
yeah, very good. That's Robert, Kilo November 4 Zulu Sierra Bravo, and he is in Franklin. Or is it Franklin or Bellevue?
Yeah, my Southwest Nashville, Bellevue.
Okay, very good, very good. A little confusing to me because it's from county though, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I'm right at the county line in Davidson. So I could go either way depending on I get all my mail and registration in Franklin, and then my radio shack is up on the hill by Loveless Cafe if anybody's been out that way.
In there, neat place. Very good. Again, Robert, Kilo November 4 Zulu Sierra Bravo, Franklin. Anybody else west?
GG4 LV Jack and Donaldson.
Hey, very good. There's our Western hero. Yeah, everything well with you, Jack?
Yeah, had a great day in the garden. Hope you got to go outside and enjoy the day. It was beautiful.
Rain's, rain's good. It doesn't matter. It's we've had a lot of rain this year, so rain's always good too. Makes everything grow.
Yeah, you got to have rain if you got a garden. Well, thanks for doing the net, and have a good evening. And I think that was Brian earlier that you heard that interference. I heard it too. He was real low, and then when the interference level.
Yeah, I know. It was a little weird. I hadn't heard that from him, and I heard it a little bit just now on you, oddly, and I heard it on somebody else. I don't know who it was now, but yeah, there's something out there that's causing some interference. I just don't know what it is.
Well, thanks for doing the net, Paul.
All right, Jack. Hope to see you at another breakfast soon. You know what I believe it really is? It's those damn Russian hackers, man.
Could be.
Oh, excellent. All right, very good. That was Kilo Golf for India Lima Victor. K4 PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplex, and here it is 924. Jaws. Anybody else west? Anybody else west?
DOL.
Was that Victor Oscar Lima?
That is Victor Oscar Lima. That is correct.
Yeah, very good. I've talked to you before.
It is Harold.
Ah, very good, Harold. How long you been a ham?
Actually, I was talking before to swap my initial call sign for vanity just because I'm a big ball.
Very good. Yeah. I bet you couldn't get vol without the KO in it, could you?
Had to do that one. But that was the only ball I could find out there on the database available.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised at that at all. And where are you located, Harold?
Located across the county line in Winston County in Nolensville.
Ah, Nolan's.
It was a KO4 K2X.
Aha. Please don't ask me if I remember it, because we've got 166 people now on the mailing list, and we've had somewhere between 200 and 300, maybe more, who have checked into the net. So if somebody's not in here regular, I tend not to remember.
Hey, I think I remember my own name. You're doing a wonderful job.
Very good. That's Harold, and it is Nolan's. Yeah, very good. That's Kilo Oscar for Victor Oscar Lima, big volunteer fan. Good to have you. Anybody else, Wes? All righty. It's the same issues depending upon where they are in terms of interference problems. I don't know if it was yesterday or day before yesterday. I believe it's a repeater owner who's got a system in Kentucky, so I don't know if that was his problem or not. But anyway, any other late check-ins, please come in.
W0 Nashville.
All right, Mark, you're doing well?
Yeah, I was on a Zoom session at 7 o'clock, so
It was family.
No, it's old, it's old broadcasters, and we tend to talk a lot.
Well, that's your stock.
Oh, we had fun, lots of good jokes, and I won't repeat them.
Very good. Interference tonight since you've been on the air?
Negative.
All right. Well, very good. Let me move along. Here it is, 9:27. We haven't even done the 10 minutes. Have you in there, Mark? That's Mark in that's really southeast Nashville, I believe. Whiskey Zero, Golf Zulu Romeo. Anybody else? Any place anywhere? Any late check-ins? Any procrastinators?
KG4CXE.
I heard you in. Hey, I hear you came in on the texting thing and you didn't bother to show up on the air.
Well, I was hoping for lollygaggers, but I felt like I should just, take procrastinators. That was close enough.
Oh, procrastinators are good, but a good procrastinator would wait until like the next net and on the Wednesday net.
Well, I didn't want to cut it too short, and I didn't want to check in early for Saturday. So.
Yeah. You're going to make another breakfast, maybe?
Yeah, most likely.
I don't know. You're back with your girlfriend, so I think maybe that's a maybe.
It depends on if I feel like getting out of bed or okay.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm up most days for 6 in the morning, so I'm kind of used to that. 8 o'clock, I'm actually already had a full cup of coffee and a breakfast before going out.
An hour on the weekend versus the work day. We'll see.
All right, very good. That was Chris, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo, and by the way, I don't think I said Jack was in Donaldson. The Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, but it is. Anyway, anybody else late checking?
Oscar 4, Oscar Kilo
Well, you waited until dead last, didn't you, Roy?
That was the idea.
Any particular reason?
No, I just enjoyed listening to the net tonight, and just didn't quite get in there a couple times, but all's well. And Brian, man, he sounded good and clear to me.
Oh yeah, from where you are, Brian's not going to be too tough because you're in Old Hickory, right?
Okay, so we'll try that again, Madison.
Oh, that's right. It is. I don't know why I keep getting you confused with the Old Hickory. No, Madison shouldn't be too tough because you know where Brian is.
Yes, I do, and yeah, I'm going to help you with that Madison thing.
Yeah, well, there's a couple other guys in Madison too. You know, Jeff's one of them, and David's another one. So it's not like there's nobody else but you. I should remember Madison.
Well, it's all good, but I know you probably need to get moving to the next net. And sorry about the late check-in, but really sounded good tonight. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, very good. Good to have you in there. That was Roy, relatively recently new. Well, he got his license a while ago. Well, he took the test a while ago, got his results. Borrowed. This is on your new radio or the one you borrowed?
No, this is one of those. Thanks, Chris. It's a loaner. Maybe in a week or two.
All right. Well, very good. I'm sure you'll enjoy the new. You know, you're getting your radio back. Especially you'll be able to do the FM as well as the DMR stuff. Anyway, that's Roy, and he's in I think Madison. Probably lives in the mall up there. That's where he lives. That's Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Kilo Echo. That's how I remember it. You're in the mall. Any other late check-ins? We got to move along. Very good. Then we'll go over to the. Well, I guess I could ask for lollygaggers, lurkers, and sandbaggers, but I think we got them all. You never know. End time survivalists and the SDR donglers are going to have to wait until Saturday night. So we're going to move right over to 10 meters. It's on 28.415. 28.415. I'll meet you over there, K4PEW.
How many check-ins?
39.
Thanks.
Very good. You're keeping track, are you, James?
My wife always asks.
So does mine. She goes, oh, wow. Well, sometimes it's a wow, sometimes it's not. All right, we'll catch you later. 28.415. We got a there. I don't want to classify it. We're going over to 28.415. We'll see you there. It's upper side now. All righty, it's K4PEW at the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Trying to move right along here. Looking for check-ins coming from the south. Please come in.
WO GZR Mark in Nashville.
All right, very good. Hold on, I didn't have a pencil ready there. We had Mark W0 G's Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo. Who else is south? Please come in. Yeah, very good. We got Greg and Andy at Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Yeah, he's really south, but he's south of Nashville, not south of me. Anyway, that's Greg and Antioch. He is indeed south of me. Who else is south?
Kilo 4 Oscar Fox Oscar.
Ah, you sound good, Donnie. Appreciate you hanging in there. That's Donnie in down here south of me in Hermitage. Who else is south? Anybody else south? Please come down. All righty, we're moving over to east.
For Mike India Zulu.
Hold on. It was Kilo Golf 4 Mike India Zulu. How you doing, Kevin?
What's going on there, Mr. Paul?
Oh, man, I hope you tell me. You know me. I don't know anything.
I hear you. Yeah, just sitting here. I was listening to the net. I thought I'd check in over you.
Ah, very good. I can hear your aminals in the background.
Yeah, that's old Pepe. He's out there barking at the neighbors or something.
He's barking at the moon. You know that.
Yeah, I heard you over there on the 2 or the 2 meter side. I figured I'd check in over here on this one.
All right. Well, sounds good. Good to hear from you. I'm glad things are going okay.
Yeah, everything's well on my end, dude.
Cool. Oh, yeah. Everything's going dandy. I told you now we got 7 dogs.
Hell, you got a handful, don't you?
Oh, there's a couple of them are just sweethearts, man. You know how dogs are.
That's right. All right, I'll let you get on with it.
Very good. That was Kevin in Lebanon, Kilo Golf 4, Mike India Zulu. Who else is east? Anybody else east? Please come now. North, please come now.
Kilo Bravo 9, Radio Kilo Kilo. OQ. And Paul, you're a F7 to be F7, over.
Yeah, I'm only showing you be on S5 here. I got 2 stations in there, by the way. But Dennis, Whiskey 9. I make sure I get it down here, Dennis. Yeah, you're about S5 to me.
Yeah, look again. You're S6. S6. Good signal.
Yeah, it's bouncing around too. It's odd because you were as low as on that last transmission, as low as like S2 and bouncing up and down a little bit. It's interesting though how differential it'll get, and we're not that far apart.
And how much power are you doing?
It says I'm doing 100 watts.
Okay, let me turn off my power one. See how much I drop. And there's that's 100 watts for me. 100 watts.
100 watts puts you under S1.
So you're doing really good. You have the what antenna do you have? Well, you have that shape thing, right?
No, I've got that SPT 500 like you do.
Well, I wonder why you're so much stronger than me.
I don't know. To me that's a mystery, quite honestly, Dennis.
Say again?
That's a mystery to me. Doesn't make any sense to me at all. All right, we'll catch you later. That was Dennis, Whiskey 9, Bravo Oscar, Quebec, and Castellan Springs. And Frank, how are you copying people tonight?
When I'm going to be putting it back up, I'll put the better coax on it. Maybe that's it.
I don't know. I really don't. All right, very good. Whiskey 9, Bravo Oscar, Quebec. That's Dennis and Castellan Springs. Frank, how are you copying people?
Well, you're great. I can barely hear Donnie. Dennis, I don't know what's going on with him. Like when he's got a lot of power, he's like S5, but then he pretty much went away when he reduced it. So I'm, not the best situation with this infant on 10 meters, but so I'm a little bit. It's a little bit odd because I can copy 100, 160 meters, which this thing shouldn't even be able to do better than 10 meters.
I was wondering the same thing because I was confused by Dennis. The difference between what I'm hearing and what Dennis is hearing, we were at the same antenna, and he's only 18, 22 miles away from me. You'd think it wouldn't be that big a problem. It should be equal in both directions, but it's not.
Yeah, I'm horizontal, so I know that's part of the problem. But this thing is very low-beat and it's bent in a weird shape. So it's not the best situation for 10 for local. For DX, it does good. But for even though you would want a vertical, it works even better. But I get the Caribbean, I get South America, other parts of the states, but not so good.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Anyway, that's Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. Yeah, you're bumping up, depending upon what part of the signal I'm looking at, but you're bumping up against S9 sometimes here. So anyway, Frank is in northwest Mount Juliet, and we had Dennis, Whiskey 9, Bravo Oscar, Quebec. Who else is north or west? Or was I was south first? I don't know where I ended up here. Yeah, you had Frank. So I was up. I guess I was up in the north. That's where I was.
Oh, quickly, I'm on a different vertical. Because I bet you it's not as good though.
Well, you were doing a little better than that. Not even hitting S1. You were bumping up against S1 with that vertical.
It's actually 20 meter ground mount. Okay, sorry. Let me not be okay.
Yeah, you're actually bumping up against S2, modulating on that signal there, Dennis. So it made a difference.
All right.
Is anybody copying anybody there?
And DXC, I thought it did. I might be able.
Yeah, give me a relay there, Dennis.
November 9, Tango Foxtrot, and then I didn't get the last letter. Golf.
All right, that's November, if I have that correct, November 9, Tango Foxtrot Golf, correct?
Echo Foxtrot Golf.
Echo Foxtrot Golf, is that correct? Ah, very good, Greg. Have I talked to you before? Yeah, I don't think I copied that.
Oh, he said you talked before, but you could barely hear it.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I'm having difficulty hearing him tonight. I can hear him in there, but better. All right, Greg, appreciate you checking in tonight. Good to hear from you. That was November 9 Echo Foxtrot Golf in Hendersonville. North or west?
KM4 YRS blanket building.
I heard two Foxtrot. Who else was west? All right, I got you in there with somebody else on top of you there, Chris, but got you in there, Chris. Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray. Who else was west? I think that was at Zulu Sierra Bravo station. Is that correct? Is anybody else copying that? I want to make sure.
I can relay that one for sure. Come back again. That was right. Small K4 Zulu Sierra Bravo. But you could not hear him.
Yeah, no, it's weak to me. As you said, it was Kilo. What did you say it was? Kilo. What was the prefix on that?
Zulu Sierra Bravo. He's probably S9 plus here.
No, it's not Kilo 4. It's got to be Kilo November 4, I'll bet you.
That's who it is. Kilo November 4. Couldn't read my right.
All right, very good. That's Robert over there in Franklin. That's why. Very good, Robert. It is low signal. I'm not sure what's going on with that. No, well, tell me on 2 meters sometime which antenna you use. That was Robert in Franklin. Who else is west?
4 India Lima Victor, Jack and Donald.
All right, got you in there, Jack. You sound like you're lower voice than normal.
Okay.
No, I think it's that little frequency issue you were having.
Yeah, it is.
All right, anybody else west? Good to
I hear that.
All right, anybody else, any place, anywhere, please come down. Is anybody else hearing anything? All righty, we had 12 people on the net tonight on 10 meter check-ins, and now we need to move along and close the net unless there's any objections. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey closing the net. Appreciate it all, and look how long we took again, 1 hour and 43 minutes. I guess we had a good time. I'll let you. Anyway, closing the net, K4PW 73s.
Oh, you still over here?